Hi, this is Sunflower Moonchild, and I'm back again with another pick a card reading. So, it's been a minute since I've done a pick a card reading. I've been sick. I know everybody's been catching the cold left and right. Um, but it was super rough. I lost my voice for 2 whole weeks. It was I couldn't sing. Like, I sing all the time in my car, all those type of stuff, and it was really, really rough. But my voice is back. It's not back 100%, but it's damn near close enough. So I'm doing a reading because I really miss it. Today's reading is going to be, what do people admire about you? And let's get right into it. Hi, Pile 1. So let's get right into it, Pile 1. There was no crystal with this reading. I pre-shuffled your oracle already, and we'll get into that later. Yeah, so let me first cleanse the energy. Okay, so pile 1, lucky number 1, you guys get to first experience my new deck. My new tarot deck is pretty gorgeous, so I'm excited to use it. I shuffled off camera, but I'll shuffle again a little bit. This is, what do people admire about you? I'm already getting this like leader energy from you guys, pile 1. Like, people kind of take after you, or you take them under your wing, or people tend to just kind of follow you or copy you. That's just something that I'm channeling. Okay, Spirit. For my pile 1s, what do people admire about pile 1? What do people admire about my pile 1s? Interesting enough, the star was at the bottom of the deck when I showed you, but I shuffled 3 times and then did it, and it still came out. So that's definitely interesting. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. Enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, impatient, news of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar, do things that fuel your passions, finish what you started, finish what you start. Okay, interesting. Bottom of the deck energy. I feel there's a lot of passion with you guys, pile 1. Your crowning energy was the Ace of Wands. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of passion. I think there are a lot of people who admire you, pile 1, and they kind of watch you is what I'm getting. We have the world in the middle right here in the center. So I definitely feel like you guys are the center of the room, or when you walk in a room, the attention kind of naturally turned towards you. I'm definitely getting something with hair. All of these people have very long, luxurious, kept hair. So I definitely feel like, Pawan, people really admire the way that you either style your hair or the color that you dye it or that it naturally is, or they love how thick or coily your hair is. But there's something that about your hair that's calling me in these pictures. Also, I do feel with this Knight of Pentacles that people admire your to what is that word? Tenacity? To I'm definitely not saying it correctly, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. That word, I do feel like you guys go after things that most people wouldn't, or they're too scared to go after. I do feel that you're patient, you're someone who plans, who goes after their dreams. And there's this like never giving up kind of energy with this Nine of Wands. It's like people admire how determined you are. It's this energy of like no matter what, you're good, no matter what, no one can take you out of your energy. Interesting. With this Page of Cups, this is interesting to me because I'm definitely feeling that there's something deeper to you guys that maybe a lot of people don't see right off the bat. I feel like you may have to had to be in this Nine of Wands energy, this like boundaries, shield up, protective type of energy. But I feel like maybe underneath there's like this ocean, this softness. You guys may be like a water moon or something underneath. There's like a lot of emotions that people don't really see. But I'm getting the feeling of the people who you are closest to. This could be family or your best friends or like just whoever really gets to know you. They're able to see this Page of Cups energy, this playfulness, this lightheartedness, and they really admire it. Honestly, I think it catches people off guard. They're kind of surprised that you have this undertone, but it's honestly feels like it's the true you, and you kind of have to put on this this guard. Or like if you look at the World in this card, she looks so elevated. She doesn't look like she's a part of everybody else, you know? It feels like, and in all of these images, they're like he's just by himself, you know? If you look out anywhere, there's like, as far as the eye can see, there's nothing, no other person. So I do feel like people admire this like loner energy that you have, is what I want to say. I think you guys are people that kind of just, I don't know if they stick to yourselves per se, but definitely you don't let a lot of people in to your inner circle. And people really admire that. They fuck with that. Let's get some clarification. Okay. Okay, Spirit, can I get clarification for the Knight of Pentacles, please? What do people admire about Pawan? Clarification for the Knight of Pentacles, please. Okay. Another page has come out. So we got 3 pages already. This is the Page of Swords that has come out. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. So I definitely feel like you guys are creatives. I feel like either you're entrepreneurs or you're planning to be one. I definitely feel like you guys are gifted in the way that you have new ideas, the way your brain works. I feel like it's very easy for you guys to come up with strategy, to come up with a plan. Like your mind thinks differently than other people, and it's very it's very multi-layered. Like you're able to think about multiple things at once, and you're able to come up with these solutions either at work or with your friends or family. But whoever is witnessing you do these make these solutions to people's problems or your own problems, they're in awe, honestly, of like, damn, Pal One did that so fast. I didn't even think about it that way, or I didn't even think to do it that way. But that's like a gift that you guys naturally have, that your mind just works differently. You're quick at picking things up. Yeah. Okay, Spirit, can I get clarification for the Nine of Wands, please? Too many, Spirit. Clarification for the Nine of Wands, please. Clarification for the Nine of Wands. What do people admire about my Pal Ones? Why is the Nine of Wands here? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh. Okay. So we got the Five of Pentacles. People admire how fast you were able to get out of these Five of Pentacles, these financial loss, poverty, lack mindset, worry, anxiety, any type of things that are these Five of Pentacles, this woe is me, feeling left out, feeling like you don't belong. You were able to get out of this so fast. People saw you glow up, Pal One. And I'm saying this because we have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. You did this quick. You did this silently. And now you're here with this Nine of Wands, protecting yourself, protecting your surroundings. And people really admire it. And I'm not going to lie, it rubs some people the wrong way. Some people that don't have access to you. But for the majority of people who don't have bad intent towards you, they see this protection and they admire it. They're like, oh wow, Pal One, they really don't let a lot of people in their circle. And then they're kind of curious about it. They're like, I wonder why. But it's like an admirable thing. They know you're someone who doesn't play. It's like they know that your time, or that you value yourself. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, Spirit, can I get clarification on the Star card? What do people admire about my Pal Ones? This is already really interesting. do people admire about my pile ones? Okay, we have the temperance. Okay. I think this also ties into this Nine of Wands, where I was talking about the patience that you have, pile one. It's like people see you're a star. They see that you're glowing, you're growing. And I feel like this isn't something that happened overnight for you. I feel that people around you, or people at your workplace, people that see you often in places that you go, they're just like, wow, pile one has changed quite a bit. Either physically, I'm definitely getting physically, honestly, but this could be emotions, this could be your insides have changed. You're no longer letting people around you dictate or determine the way that you live your life. And it's like you're going out and you're really shining. You're going after your dreams. You're not really letting negativity get to you, or negative people get to you. It's like a protection that's over you that people really admire. Okay, Spirit, can I get clarification for the Page of Cups? Why is the Page of Cups here? Why is the Page of Cups here? What do people admire about my pile ones? This is interesting. So, I wasn't going to take it because it was 2 cards that came out, but I heard take it, so I'm going to take him. And we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Cups upright. I definitely feel like there's, I hear consistency. So I kind of feel like with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, there's this energy of like, the 10 of Pentacles is like almost like greed, I want to say, like the like the negatives of wealth, you know, like how wealthy people are sad and depressed still. That's what the 10 of Pentacles gives me when it's in reverse. So I do feel like maybe this could be just people's perception of you, or it could be true, so place it where it fits. But I definitely feel like people kind of think that you may be a little sad, a little, they take your distance, they take your seclusion as like you being sad, or and it's almost like, but Power One, they got all these things. You may have nice designer stuff, or you have a really nice shape or body, and people kind of just assume your life is perfect. And then when they see you by yourself, they're like, what's wrong? You know, like, what's going on with them? And I'm definitely getting with this Page of Cups that you're a bit misunderstood, honestly, Paul One. I think you're not tripping. I think you're actually doing pretty good for yourself. And a lot of people maybe wants to be in your energy with this Queen of Cups, or I don't know, it just feels like you're very discerning about who you let in your circle or who you let around you. Almost like you'd rather just be around animals. Like, if you really notice, it's like all of these cards except for the Five of Pentacles, everyone's by themselves. And then the Ten of Pentacles as well, in reverse though. So it almost seems like the cards where there are multiple people in them, they have this kind of like negative connotation about them. I definitely feel like you guys like being by yourselves. It's interesting that people admire this about you. So I think you guys may attract a lot of extroverts or attract a lot of people who are constantly in the public eye or around a lot of people, and they kind of envy or they admire these boundaries that you put up. They're like, dang, I wish I could do that. Like, they really don't play about themselves. That's definitely what I'm getting. Okay. Very interesting, Pawan. Let's get into the oracle now. We have nature. Yeah, I definitely think you guys love to be in nature, love to be alone, love to be around animals, love to be around trees. Yeah, just nature, water, all of that. I think people admire how you give yourself time to recharge and you really are in tune with yourself. Okay, let's see what's next. We have number 8, breakfast. So I'm definitely drawn back to the hair again. So you guys can have a really cool hair color, or people just really do admire your hair. It's something that people look at first when they see you. Also with breakfast, I definitely feel like people definitely feel like you have a nice body or you take care of your body. There's definitely something about nature and health and being like really on your shit, you know? So, like the berries, all that type of stuff. Okay, we have habit. This card is interesting to me because almost every time I pull it in a reading, I get like a different interpretation of this card. But for you guys, Pile 1, I'm getting that people admire your work ethic. People admire that you don't give up. They admire that you're able to do the same things. I think maybe a lot of you have like a set routine, or you work out at a certain time and you do your schoolwork, or then you go and you do your dance class, or like your Pilates, or your jiu-jitsu, like whatever the case is. Like, there's something that's very disciplined that people see in you and they admire it. And we have emotions. Yeah, you guys are deeper than what you seem. I think this card is definitely for people who know you more, or that you let in to your circle. But I feel like there's a point in time when you're talking to people that they have this kind of aha moment of like, oh, or he's completely different. Pile 1's completely different from what I thought they were going to be. And it's almost like this reconfiguring that their brain has to do to be like, okay, let me not put them in this box or this circle, because obviously they're not that, you know? So I do feel like people really enjoy unraveling your layers. They really enjoy that you are multifaceted and you have all these different colors and I don't want to say personalities because it's all you, but you act different with other people, you know? It's like certain people will get a different you, and people find that really interesting. So, you guys by far got the most of these cards. Everyone else got, I think, 2. So, let's see what you guys got. So, we have Gala Dolly. Everything in love is invention. Create, soar over the original. It is by being in the shadow that one emits the most light. Be immortal rather than available. Yeah, there's definitely something about your boundaries that people really love. They really admire. Even if it's them that's getting it, you know, even if they're salty about, damn, Pal One really doesn't want to be around me, or I can't believe Pal One isn't letting me do this, or, you know, whatever the case is. I definitely feel like you guys really have no tolerance for that type of stuff. That's what I feel. And people catch on pretty quick. Also, I definitely getting more about this emotions, about these. I feel like people initially think you're a bit stern, a bit nonchalant, but then when they get to know you, they see that there's this light inside of you. There's this playfulness, this creativeness. Your brain works differently. It sees the world differently, and people are really fascinated by that. Now we have Laverne Cox. Excuse me. No one is going to have pleasure on your behalf. Go out and claim yours now. Let them love you for who you really are. Embrace those closest to you, so your warmth and power make them strong like you. Yeah, I definitely do feel this energy with you guys. People admire you. If you guys have like a close circle of friends that you're with and you have these boundaries with a lot of other people, like they can see that you have this emotion. They can see that you're super close and you're super friendly or nice or whatever the case is with your actual friends. But then when it comes to other people, they get like this stern version of you, or this like not even caring, you know, like you be in your own world, it almost feels like. So they see the possibility of how if you were in your circle, the type of treatment that you would get. So I think people really admire that. They really want to be in your close circle of friends, because it's like you glow and you kind of like everyone elevates in your close group of friends. Okay, so next we have Queen Victoria. I would venture to warn against too great intimacy with artists, as it is very seductive and a little dangerous. No girl would go to the altar if she knew all. The important thing is not what they think of me, but what I think of them. Yeah, y'all are badass, Pawan. I feel like there's a lot of people that want to be around you, and you guys be cutting people off. You guys be like, no, sorry, you don't make it into the club. It's like, and then people be really mad. They be like, damn, I wanted to be friends. Or But that's how it is. You know that everyone isn't on the same energy as you, you know? So you're protective over your energy. And I definitely feel like you guys are very close with your friends. I'm also getting this unconventional feeling from these cards, all of them. I definitely feel like you guys aren't on that path of marriage, straight to pregnancy, straight to giving birth, straight to housewife and child caretaker, you know, or vice versa. It's like getting married, having kids, straight to working 12-hour shifts and not seeing your family and kind of being distant. You know, it's like you guys don't want that. And it's like you're patient and you're okay being alone. So you you turn down a lot of people. And it's people you don't even know, you know? I feel like there's so many people that look your way, and because the energy isn't the same, you don't even like look up to see them. But maybe you guys go to the gym all the time and they're looking at you and you're just like not even paying any attention, you know? That's kind of the feeling I get. A lot of people, they're like, "Damn, man, it's hard to it's hard to get close to pile one." Yeah. With this card, I also want to go back to the Queen. This is the Ricky Martin card, but I want to go back to the Queen Victoria card just a little bit, because I do feel like with both of these together, I feel like people admire that with this unconventional um, part of you. They admire that you're someone who, I think people, they admire that you're someone who doesn't judge. It's like you're able to live your life whatever way you want to live your life, and everyone else can live their life however they want to live their life. You know, it's like you really don't care what other people do. You're just doing you. Okay, so we have Ricky Martin lastly, and it says sex is like exercise. Practice and discipline are essential. The crowd can go wild, but love is something only your secret heart can know. Keep your friends like your bathing suits tight. Yeah, you guys are definitely close with your friends, 100%. And I don't think it's easy for you to find friends. So when you do find them and you match, your energies are all good. You know, you hold on to them. You put in effort. They put in effort. It's like a beautiful thing, honestly. Also, I do feel like you guys have these different like I said, you're an onion. Like there's a lot of different levels or um ways about you, and I do feel like you guys have this party person, party girl, party boy in you, where you might not care about having sex on the first date, you know, or hookups or things like that. And that's perfectly fine, you know. Everyone's just living their life out here. And I think you guys give other people this feeling of it's okay to be like this, you know? I think there's people who are grow up in these traditional households, these religious households where they completely close themselves off. And I think when people meet you and you talk about how you live your life and you're so open about it, I think it kind of gives them the go ahead to be like, okay, well, yeah, I think I might have been judging too much. Like, it's actually not that bad. I actually want to do it. You know, that's the type of energy. You guys are trailblazers. Just like I said in the beginning when I first started this reading, you guys are leaders. People watch you and they get the okay. Like, okay, I could do this too. Okay. That's all I got for you guys, Pile One. This was a really cool reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. So there's no crystal today, but if you chose Pal 2, this is your reading. And let's cleanse the energy. Okay. So we'll get into the oracle later on. Let's start with the tarot. I already shuffled off camera. I'll shuffle a little bit on camera though. Okay. Alright, Spirit. For my Pal 2s, what do people admire about my Pal 2s? Timeless reading. What do people admire about my Pal 2s? What do people admire about my Pal 2s? What do people admire about my Pal 2s? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? What do people admire about my Pal 2s? So I think I'm gonna just stop here and take these ones that came out. Oh wow. Wow, Pal 2. We really rocking with all major arcana? That's what we doing? Wow. Okay, obviously people admire a lot about you guys, Pal 2. What the heck? This is crazy. So, we have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Emperor, and Temperance. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. I think this is all I need, really. I was trying to get one more card because Pal 1 got 5, and that's what I was trying to do. But nothing else wanted to come out, and I really wasn't feeling anything. So after like a bunch fell on the floor, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just stop here. And this was what the bottom of the deck was. So I'm like, okay, this kind of fits. Let's get into it, Pal 2. So I feel like people admire you as a person, Pal too. Um, I'm gonna describe some things about you. These are things that people admire. They admire this boss energy that you have with this emperor. It's like, do you see if it'll just clear up? But you see the authority, like, god damn. This is what people admire about you, Pal too. They admire this calm authority that you have. There's no arrogance, there's no ego. You just are who you are, and people give you respect automatically almost. And I think it has something to do with this high priestess. You are cloaked in protection. Your ancestors are with you, your spirit guides are protecting you. I feel like it's interesting that we have 1 and 2 here with the magician and the high priestess. I do feel like people admire that you're able to elevate and move on to the next level of your own growth very, very quickly. I'm getting something with this infinity sign as well, and then the temperance, the 2 cups. I really do feel like you guys are very balanced as well. Honestly, it just feels like the whole package. That's the type of energy that I'm getting here. It feels like you guys are spiritually in tune and spiritually well, like a high, how am I trying to say, like a high level, like you're it's like, even if you are new to spirituality, it's like because of your natural gifts, because of your spirit guide or the team that's surrounding you, you're already put on a level that's above a lot of people. And that's not to big up your head or nothing like that, but it is true. It's like there are people out here that just have gifts, you know, like you can't say nothing about it. It's like, for me, example, I'm blessed, but there are people who are way, way blessed, you know, who got way, way more powers, or in tune with their intuition, can actually like dream and connect with their spirit guides. You know, I would love to do that, and I feel like maybe I can, but I be having a hard time with my dreams. I don't even know why I went on this tangent. I feel like people love talking to you, Pal, too. I feel like you're someone who like gives off this really comforting abuela type of energy, and I don't even know why I wanted to say that in Spanish. Like, I could have just said grandma, but there's just something like if you know like a Hispanic grandma, like they just take care of you, you know, like they just are there. And it's the same with all grandmas, honestly. My grandma, she's just going to give me food and like smother me, you know? That's just, I think, a grandma thing. But I do feel like you guys give off this earthy energy that's like people really admire. They wish that they had that energy because people are just attracted to you. People come to you, Pal, too. You're not even out there searching. People just come to you for comfort, for advice. Um, I feel like people respect you automatically. There's not a lot of like hate energy or hateful. Like in POW 1, there was a little bit of like people being upset about their glow up, or people being upset that they can't be in their friend group, you know? Like stuff like that. But here it's like even the people that you're not close to, that want to be close with you, but you're just like, nah, like I got my own friends or whatever the case is. Even them, they're still like POW 2, they're great, you know? Like I really don't feel oh, excuse me. I really don't feel any hate from these cards or envy. Wow, Pal 2, who are you? Honestly, this is amazing. Um, let's get some clarification for all of these cards. To have your whole spread just be major arcana, that's really saying something about yourselves, Pal 2. You should be very proud of yourself, that people really see you in a high light, you know? It's not fake. People think that you can accomplish anything, whatever dream you have. Like, literally, the Magician and the Emperor together, like, people feel like you really can have the world. Okay. I'm most curious about this High Priestess, so I'm gonna start there. Spirit, can I get clarification for the High Priestess? What do people admire about my Pal 2? Why is the High Priestess here? These are too many, Spirit. Can I get a clarification? Okay, I'll take them. So we have two cards that came out to clarify the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Wands and the Lovers. So I was definitely getting with this song that's playing right now that you guys have a lot of suitors. You guys have a lot of admirers, secret admirers. You guys have a lot of people who haven't told you their inner feelings, how deep they feel for you. And I'm definitely getting this feeling of it kind of weighing on them. This is definitely a side note for someone out there because it's pretty specific. But also, I feel like people admire that if Pal 2, if you have someone that you're in a relationship with, they admire that it seems like no matter what you guys go through or any type of trials or tribulations, that you guys are sticking together and like you guys have your back, each other's back. I feel like people admire that. If you don't have anybody, I think people really admire just how many people are attracted towards you. I feel like some people may be like, dang, I would be exhausted if this many people, like, it's really like fan service, honestly. Like, I feel like you guys have fans, and maybe you do get a bit tired sometimes with this High Priestess. But I do feel like people really admire how you're able to be open with people and give them advice still, or really just it's just a feeling of like people admire that you're so kind enough to open up and help others in whatever way that is for you. I do get a lot of advice type of ways, like you guys give people advice. You may be lawyers or counselors in some way. This could also be in a spiritual way where you guys just kind of help people just by talking with them and having conversations in your day-to-day. But the bottom of the deck of this last shuffle was the Five of Wands. So I do feel like there is like a lot of people around you, or people admire that you're super kind and you're not someone who rejects people when they're in need of help. Also, I'm definitely getting that you guys have a lot of love suitors, and maybe they could be fighting over you. There could be some behind the scenes stuff going on that you have no idea about. Okay, Spirit, can I get clarification for the Magician? What do people admire about my pile twos? What do people admire about my pile twos? Clarification for the Magician. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands with the Magician. Yeah. I feel like you guys take on a lot of responsibilities. There's something about either your work or the people you're around, your community, your family. People see that you take on a lot of responsibility in a certain aspect. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but people admire this. Only thing I would personally say, Pal, too, is just make sure you are taking time for yourself. It seems like you help a lot of people. Um, so yeah, make sure you're helping yourself too. But okay, can I get clarification for the Emperor Spirit? What do people admire about my Pal twos? We have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, definitely there's this authority that you guys have, Pal 2. There's a lot of undertones of burden, of grief, of like hardships. A lot of these clarifications for these major arcana, it's like you guys had to go through shit, and it seems like some people at least have seen you before these glow up. It's like people see you and admire all this major arcana energy that you have, but it's like they also see how you got there. They also see that you started from the ace, you started from the beginning, and then you grew and glowed and transformed. So it's really given this energy that people really just admire, that whatever painful endings that you had to go through, whatever deep wounds, loss, anything like that, you didn't let it devour you. You didn't let it kill you, kill your joy. And now it's almost like at least your energy wise, in the 3D maybe too, but it feels like you're definitely in this high vibing, if I hear equated to this picture, like you're literally in a skyrise, looking down on the world and stuff. That's how far you've come, and that's what people are admiring, the transformation. Okay, can I get clarification for the Temperance card, please, Spirit? Oh wow, we have the High Priestess again. Yeah, you guys are definitely, I think you guys may be tarot readers, or you're definitely spiritually inclined. Like, you're gifted, pal, too. 100%. I feel like you guys are the people who randomly have a conversation with someone at a coffee shop and end up really transforming their life, changing their life. I can even see you changing their life to the point where some words you've said have had such a huge impact. And this is just an example, but somebody could have literally like put your words on them, on their body, like tattooed something you said on their body because it made that much of an impact on them. But it's that type of energy. With this Temperance card, with it being clarified by the High Priestess, I really feel like this goes further than people admiring like your balance and how you're able to do stuff on your inner. They admire your outer. They admire what you do for the world. So I feel like maybe you guys are people who are I can't remember the word for that, but the people who kind of use their money to help others, and philanthropists. I can't, I don't know how to say it. But I definitely feel like you guys may donate, or you guys may help by volunteering, things like that. I really do feel like there's a kindness in your soul, Pao, that you enjoy helping others, you love it. Almost like even if it annoys you sometimes, it's like it's just something innate in you. Sometimes you don't even know you're helping. You're just talking and you're changing people's lives. Interesting, the bottom of the deck is the Magician again. Wow. Yeah, Pao, you guys are powerful. Okay, let's start with Oracle. We have Sensuality. Interesting. I actually love this card. I think this might be my favorite card in this Oracle deck. But yeah, I definitely feel like people are very drawn to you. I think they are drawn to your body, your aura. I think you're sexy without even trying. I think you guys give off of energy of mystery, of sensuality, and people are eating it up, honestly. We also have Create. Wow. Interesting that these are like flowers and herbs, beeswax candles, seems like maybe aromatherapy with these oils in the back. So yeah, you guys are creative. People, I think they love the way you smell. They might love the way your house smells. I think people admire that you are someone who creates your own destiny. You're someone who, it's like you light a fire under other people and you get them started. Excuse me, guys. I'm still a little sick. Yeah, there's definitely magic. You guys are like magicians, honestly, Pal, too. If you don't know this, like, I don't know how you don't know this, honestly. Like, you gotta stop playing with yourself. That sounded weird. Pause, I guess. But for real, you gotta stop sleeping on yourself, Pal, too. If you don't know this already. But I really feel like most of you guys do know this. Like, you guys are magical. Things happen around you. It just does. Like, there's nothing about it. You're magically inclined, you're gifted, and you're out here helping people. If you haven't started helping people consciously, because you guys are helping people already, subconsciously, unconsciously, just talking to people, you might not even think it's helping, but you're helping 100%. And people really admire it. They're like grateful that you're in their life. Wow. For real, I really don't feel no negative energy. Like, readings like this are kind of rare, where there's just nobody jealous. Like, everybody think you're a good person. Everybody see that you've been through stuff and that you've grown. This could probably be just close people to you that know this, and I'm like tuning into that. But I really do feel like because of how helpful you are, or how you portray yourself in the world, people they just think of Pao 2 as a good person. And we have Surrender. Yeah, I definitely feel with these like white cranes, I think that's what they are. They There's something about you that's free, that's like you're really in tune with yourself, with your spirit team. I do feel like you're someone who is constantly growing and someone who is constantly surrendering to the moment. You're really present is what I'm feeling. I'm loving this energy, pal, too. You guys are like, it really feels like you guys have healed a lot, you know? We have Giacomo Casanova. I'm sure I butchered that first part, but it says, be the flame, not the moth. Always be a free agent. Promise vitality to all. It's not destiny, it's opportunity. Wow. And wasn't that just talking about how with what card? With this creative card, how you are like a flame and you kind of just light a flame under people, and this says don't be the flame, not the moth. The moth is attracted to the flame. You are just right, pal, too. Everyone is attracted to you. Naturally. It's just what it is. And I do feel like maybe a while it took a minute for you to welcome this type of energy that you have. But you have welcomed it. You're no longer pushing it away. You're seeing that by this being your natural energy, being so bright and people attracted to you, you're able to have different opportunities in your life. You're able to change your life. People come into your life and just things happen. You're starting to notice. Yeah. Wow, this reading, it's like it's been about what people admire about you, but it's been a lot about you specifically, Pal, too, which is interesting. And we have our last card, Courtney Love. If rock stars are like leaders of a religious cult, be the unvirgin Mary. Be more than human, be a force of nature. Be ambitious. It doesn't matter if you don't know where you're going. Yeah, you guys are definitely ambitious, Pal, too. I definitely feel like you've grown a lot from your younger years and you're a different person now. I do feel like if you're not already really successful, you're going to be very, very successful. I definitely feel this energy of like unstoppableness of this like no matter what, you're going to make it type of energy, and people really admire that. They wish they had that type of energy, that ambition. And it's almost like no matter what, everything's going to be okay. People love the certainty that you have in yourself. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have for you guys, Pal 2. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you guys in another one. Okay, bye. Hi, Pal 3. If you chose Pal 3, this is your reading. Today we don't have any crystals. Okay, so let's first cleanse the energy. Okay. So we'll do the oracle last. the tarot. I shuffled off camera already, but I'll shuffle a little bit now. Already I'm feeling a little bit of like a sensual energy from you guys, pile 3. You may be my sexy punch. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Okay, Spirit. What do people admire about my pile 3s? What do people admire about my pile 3s? Timeless reading. What do people admire about my pile 3s? What do people admire about my pile 3s, Spirit? What do people admire about my pile 3s, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? What do people admire about my pile 3s? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we have the 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Okay. So this is some interesting energy, pile 3. Let's see. Let's get into it. Okay, so for the Ace of Swords, I'm getting something from the Ace and the 2 of Swords. I do feel like it has to do with your communication. I feel like people admire the way you speak, pile 3. I think they admire how you can carry a conversation. I do feel like you're someone who may play devil's advocate when you speak or when you debate people, but there's a way that you speak that's very profound or creative, fun. Like, it's entertaining to have a conversation with you, pile 3. I almost said 2, but pile 3. With the 7 of Cups as well, I'm definitely getting that people admire how many options come to you. They admire that you have, this is either options in work or just like life situations. You guys might be just really lucky people and have things come to you pretty easily, or people help you out quite a lot. Or I do feel like for some of you, this is, you guys have a lot of options in love, a lot of suitors coming after you or wanting to be with you or go on dates. And I do feel like people admire this. I'm also getting with the Two of Swords. I do feel like it ties back with the Seven of Cups. I do feel like you kind of weigh your options, pile 3. I don't feel like you're someone who moves really quick when it comes to making decisions, or if there are love options, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. I really do feel like you're, and the Hermit, I really do feel like you kind of take your time, just trying to make sure that you're going the right direction. I kind of get that with this Knight of Pentacles looking this way, and then the Chariot being on the opposite side of where he's not looking. So it's almost giving this like, you don't move very quickly. And I feel like maybe you only move quickly when it comes to like your creative passions, or things that you're doing at home, because this Hermit is in the middle. So I really do feel like it's like an overalling kind of energy that people admire about you. You keep to yourself, pile 3. You may be a homebody, or you don't step out often. People kind of wish that you did go out more often. They want to see you. They want to hang out. I do feel like people really appreciate the time they have with you. I do think that you're someone who probably is very discerning when it comes to who you give your time to. And it may not be anyone, honestly. It almost feels like you kind of just stay to yourself. You may be that type of person that just goes to school and comes back home and doesn't really talk to anyone, goes to work, clock in, come home, don't really want to entertain or be friends with coworkers. It almost feels like that, where people kind of, they wish they could be friends with you, they wish they could be closer, but they also admire that you are someone that is maybe a loner or stays to themselves. Okay, let's see. Can we get some clarification, Spirit? This energy is definitely calmer. I was definitely getting like a sensual energy in the beginning, but after the cards have come out, we'll definitely see with the Oracle as well, but I'm not really picking that up anymore. Maybe that's something that you are when you're alone or at home. You kind of be more free. But yeah, I'm not picking it up that much anymore. Okay. Okay, Spirit, can I get clarification for the Two of Swords? What do people admire about my pile 3s? Why is the Two of Swords here, Spirit? Too many. Why is the Two of Swords here, Spirit? Can I get clarification? Okay. Interesting. So we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely dealing with love, your options in love that you have. I do feel like people admire how many new relationships you have. I feel like people admire that you have so many options. And this is, even if you say you don't have any options, pile 3, I really do feel like you have people looking your way, and I feel like other people see these people looking your way, but you might just be turning a blind eye because they might not be the people you want to look your way, or you're just not seeing it. But definitely there's a lot of people that want to offer you their cup. They want something new. They want to create something with you. And I do definitely feel like people admire that. They're like, oh damn, Pal 3, they have a lot of options. They have a lot of people wanting to be with them. That's so cool. It's so interesting too because the word admire, there's like a fine line between jealousy, I would say. So I can definitely see some of these people wishing they had that type of attention, but it still seems to be healthy, you know, that healthy way of like, oh, I want that. And then they think like, I'm happy they have that, but I want that too. You know, it's a healthy way. It's not jealousy, which is really cool. That's cool that you have those type of people around you that can still be glad or can still admire you and want that for themselves as well. Okay, can I get clarification for the Hermit spirit? What do people admire about my Pal 3s? Okay. Oh, wow. We have the Two of Swords again. This is really interesting. So, I definitely do see that you're someone who keeps to themselves, someone who minds their own business. I really see you stay in your own lane, Pal 3, and people admire that about you. Um, it's almost that energy of like you speak when spoken to is kind of what I'm getting, which kind of leaves you this like in this like mysterious loner type of bubble, but people definitely admire the boundaries that you have. Okay, Spirit, can I get clarification for the Ace of Swords, please? Clarification for the Ace of Swords, please. What do people admire? Ah, we have Justice. So with this Justice card, this is interesting. We have a sword here, kind of like the Ace of Swords. Differently, it's aimed downwards and she's holding the handle, while in this Ace of Swords, it's aimed upwards and they're actually holding it by the knife, kind of cutting themselves, you know? I do feel like you're someone who is protected, Pal 3. I feel like you have a lot of options. I feel like your life path or the journey that you're on is different from others, so automatically you catch attention and people are kind of drawn to your uniqueness or your different, like you're very different. um I'm also definitely getting that the way that you talk is something that people really admire. Again, I want to reiterate, because there's something about this Justice, this Libra air energy, that it's like your words, you're able to like create worlds, you're able to create scenarios. People are able to get stuff where maybe they weren't able to when other people explained it. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, can I get clarification for the Chariot, please, Spirit? What do people admire about my Pal 3s? Why is the Chariot here? Okay. Oh, okay, so we have the Page of Wands. This is interesting. So, yeah, you guys are very creative, Pal 3. I feel like people admire how fast you're able to go after things that you're passionate about. I feel like you're kind of stagnant, or maybe stagnant's not the right word, but you definitely take your time with things. But when it's something you're actually interested in, that you're actually passionate about, you don't play about it. You're like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna put my all into it. I'm gonna create this. And I definitely feel like this is my creative Pow 3. You guys might be painters. You guys might be artists and you draw, or you write music, or you sing. But it's something where people admire your your what am I trying to say? Like your go-getter attitude when it comes to your creative passions. Yeah. Okay, can I get clarification for the Knight of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Clarification for the Knight of Pentacles, please. Okay, and we have the King of Wands. Yeah. You guys, I feel like Pow 3, you could definitely move slower when it comes to love or romance. I do feel like you are people who, you see people who are interested in you, and you acknowledge them, but you also wait for action. You wait for them to actually do something. You know, it's not like this, oh, there's someone I like and I'm gonna go full ahead, steam ahead towards them and give my all. No, you guys put up your boundaries. You take your time. And if the person that is interested in you, or you're interested in, if they're not trying to take their time, if they're feeling some type of way about how slow you're moving, you're like, okay, go ahead then. Like, you really don't trip about it. I really feel this confidence with this King of Wands that people really admire. I also feel like people who have left your life, who aren't in your life anymore, um, who missed opportunities with you, they're kind of kicking themselves in the butt, because it's like you're steady growing, and they feel like they're gonna miss out. They feel like, dang, Pow 3 eventually is gonna be so out of my league that I wouldn't, like, it wouldn't even make sense for me to go back to Pow 3. You know, like, not that's a side note for somebody, for sure, for multiple people that I'm feeling, where it's like people are too afraid to even go back to you, you know, or even try. That's what's up, though. Keep that energy over there. Okay, let's get into the oracle now. We have number 19, connect. Yeah, so definitely something with the way you speak, your voice. So I definitely feel like Pow 3, you might use your voice for your work or your hobbies that you have. Something that's very dear to you is what I feel. And I feel like it helps people. And people really admire how you connect with people on different levels, how you connect with your friends, your family, strangers. I do feel like this is something you can turn on and off, is what I'm feeling. But when you want to, definitely you help people by the way you connect with them. And we have number 16, beauty. Okay, so I wasn't tripping on the sensual energy that I felt in the beginning. For sure, then there, you guys are beautiful, Pow 3. I feel like this is why you attract so many suitors, so many people, and people admire how pretty you are, how beautiful you are. I definitely feel like you guys take care of yourselves. You guys put effort into your beauty, and it shows. We have focus. Yeah. You guys are focused on your passions, you're focused on your growth. And this is admirable. This is what people admire about you. They see this laser target focus that you have on your dreams, on what you want to accomplish. They see that you're good at it, and they admire that for sure. Interesting. We have past. So I do feel like there's been a lot of growth that you guys have had, Pile 3, and people really admire these changes that you've had. I do feel like people in the past, they kind of feel left out. They kind of feel like there's no way back. And also I feel like in the past you've changed so much. Also feel with these butterflies, people feel that you're lucky, and they really admire how lucky you are, how things just come to you. We also have Elizabeth the First. Have the heart of a man and the body of a woman. I would rather be a beggar and and single than a queen and married. A clear and innocent conscience fears nothing. Yeah. You guys are pure, Pal 3. You're not out here trying to hurt other people. You're just doing you, honestly. That's what it feels like. And I feel like you have people around you that see this queen energy that you have, but also see how humble you are and down to earth. And they really admire that because they feel like because of how beautiful you are, you could act a different way. You could be a bit stuck up, but you're not. So it's just really, people admire that, and I think they're kind of grateful that you're not that way. And wow, so we have like a bunch of royalty here. We have Princess Diana. Better to have one night of pleasure than a whole life of misery. Don't ask, don't tell. DNA tests are for commoners. The truth is, there are many people in every marriage. Interesting, Pile 3. Yeah, I do feel like with some people, they feel because you have all these people around you or people that want to get to know you, that you could be maybe a player. I'm definitely feeling like insecure people could think, like if you ever dated someone who was insecure, I feel like they could have came at you with like, are you talking to other people, or like, why were you so nice to this person, or just like a bunch of questions and stuff like that. But I feel like it's only because you have such a pure nice energy, and you're genuine like this towards a lot of people, towards everyone. So the people that you're close to, if you're in like a relationship, if they're not centered with themselves, if they're not confident in themselves, they're easily going to be like, oh, this Pal 3 is like this with everybody, or like, what makes me special, like I feel like there's a lot of insecurities that could come from your significant other that maybe Pal 3 you guys have had to deal with in the past. And I don't know, that sounds super draining. So I hope you guys cut whoever that is off already, because nobody got time to be making other people feel better. Like that shit is exhausting. We also have Lord Byron. Be mad, bad, and dangerous to know. Love will find a way through paths where wolves fear to prey. Friendship is love without his wings. Okay, sorry. My brother just came home from work, so if you guys hear anything in the background, that's him. This is the last card, so I'm gonna be ending this reading pretty quickly anyway. So yeah, we have Lord Byron here, and I definitely feel with this card, I'm getting drawn back to the book and the paper in his hand. I feel like you guys definitely articulate your words a certain way that is unique, that draws people in, and people admire that. They wish they had that type of way that they spoke, where words came into their brain the same way, is what I'm getting. Also, I do feel like you guys are people who don't settle. It definitely feels like this energy of like with friendships or with love, it's like no matter what, you feel like there's no reason to settle. There's always going to be someone out there that is the same as you or is the way that you want your partner to be, and vice versa. So I really feel like there's this destiny type of vibe that you give off that people really admire where yeah, you do turn down a lot of people and it's because you feel like there's something better out there. And this isn't on like no toxic kind of always looking for better. This is more of like, I know that I want to be with someone who has these certain values or is aligned with me in this certain way. And there's no reason to settle for that. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I definitely feel like people admire that about you guys, Power 3. And this was an interesting reading. I really feel like you guys have a power with your voice and a power with your beauty that really captivates people, and you have this royalty type of energy about you that people envy and admire. Yeah, okay. So that's all I have for you guys, Pal 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I definitely see you in the next one. Bye.